Hello, all you beautiful people in Webtown, and Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome back to Crypto Comics for what is going to undoubtedly be the most intelligent and thoughtful comic we will probably ever read here on Crypto Comics, where we tend to focus on the awesomeness of the 1990s. But today I have some special treat that I have personally, in my personal life, been intrigued to read. And have purchased, I only have a few more issues to track down. I can get them online, but I like to try to find them in a store first and support my local comic shop before I finally go to mycomicshop.com and pick them up. So what we're going to be talking about is an Alan Moore book. Now, I've not really been into too much Alan Moore in my life as a collector, but I know a lot of people really like Alan Moore, and there's been nothing that he's done that really intrigued me, but I was intrigued by his take on Rob Liefeld's Glory, which they only did one issue at Awesome Entertainment, which we've talked about and covered extensively here on Crypto Comics. You can check out the back issue bins. And they also published a couple of issues for Avatar Press, which you can also check out in the playlist here at Crypto Comics. I believe it is called Liefeld's Ladies Live On at Avatar. And so if you haven't checked that out, you might want to do that before we get to this review, because they did a preview, and an issue 0, and an issue 1, and an issue 2. And the premise was kind of interesting. A waitress who is also a waitress in our world who is a goddess in another world, and that was intriguing. And from what I understand, Alan Moore was a little bit married to this idea, and he wanted to expand it when it kept falling through over and over again, trying to work with Rob and this character. And he finally went out and discovered a character. I can't say he created a character. He discovered a character. And that character was Promethea. And the backstory of this is really remarkable, really interesting. And so, like I've said, this is the most thoughtful comic we're probably ever going to review here at Crypto Comics. This is for those of you seeking more illumination in life. I can tell that this was a passion project of Alan Moore's, and really draws from his own personal interest in the occult, which is an interest of mine too. And I know people nowadays try to associate that with the devil or something odd like that. But really what it is it's these secret things and these ancient symbols that have carried on throughout mankind, and the hidden history that lurks just below the surface of our everyday lives. And I find that to be very intriguing, and have read a bit, more than most, on the subject. This just happens to be signed in gold by Mick Gray, who is the inker of Promethea. If she did not exist, we would have to invent her. Written by Alan Moore, penciled by J.H. Williams III, inks, as I said, by Mick Gray. Alexandria, 411 AD. Huh. Well then, there is nothing for it. They are coming for me, as they came for beautiful Hypatia. Best go now, beloved daughter. All my love and all my God shall be about thee as a mantle. Father? Now, the first thing I notice is this right here, and this here, and this here. We have Thoth and Hermes, which tells me that this is a man who specialized in hermetic knowledge, alchemy, things of this nature. Father, you will be killed. I know it. Oh, Father, oh, no, no. Be strong, child. We shall see each other in the western lands. And go now, my love, or I shall weaken. Go. Come out, devil worshipper. Come out and face us. He is playing some trick. My thoughts are all queer. No, we must ignore his bewitchments. Let's do what we came here for. He is playing some trick. My thoughts are all queer. No, we must ignore his bewitchments. Let's do what we came here for. In Christ's name, make him stop. I'm going to be sick. Take that, devil. Our thoughts are our own. In Christ's name, make him stop! I'm going to be sick! Just take that, devil! Our thoughts are our own! Again. Dear God, let this be done with. See, he is yet smiling. There, time claims him. Time and the radiant heavenly city. This dude throws up in the background. Again. Dear God, let this be done with. See, he is yet smiling. There. Time claims him. Time and the radiant heavenly city. New York, 1999 AD. A different New York than we know. They have hover cars in this New York. You want dropping off where? Sophie, not another interview for your term paper. I had mine finished like weeks ago. You are totally gay. Yeah, well, you're fat. If my term paper was a discourse on Weeping Gorilla, I'd have it finished weeks ago too. Oh, you slut. Weeping Gorilla is completely the best. I mean, what was your paper on again? Prostitutia? Prostetica? Promethea. The same name turns up in 18th century poems, early newspaper strips, pulp magazines, and comic books. That's interesting. Weeping Gorilla is just pointless. There is no point. That is the genius of Weeping Gorilla. So, who are you interviewing? Her name's Barbara Shelley. She's the widow of the last guy who wrote the Promethea comic book. Actually, her address is right near here if you want to drop me off. Hey, guy, here will be fine. Then you can run me over to St. Mark's Place. You're going to the Limp gig, huh? You know, Stacia, this Shelley woman sounded like sort of a bitch on the phone. Given the choice, I'd rather be out with you tonight. Ha, you want my body, you homo. Admit it. Listen, I'll see you in college tomorrow. Can we just... What? There's a lot of homophobic stuff going on in here, and I don't quite understand why. You want my body, you homo. Admit it. Listen, I'll see you in college tomorrow. Good luck finding out about prolapsia. Okay. Some interesting dialogue, Alan Moore. That's all I know. Promethea. Created by Alan Moore and J.H. Williams III. Mrs. Shelley? Hi, I'm Sophie Bangs. I called last week about my paper on Promethea. Oh, you better come in. Thanks for seeing me. You must get lots of people asking about your husband's work. No, nobody. That's why I figures I'd better check you out. Listen, why are you interested in Promethea? On the phone, you said something about folklore. Right, see, the name Promethea goes way back. She's first mentioned in this poem, a fairy romance, written by someone called Charlton Sennett in 1780. Oh, she's not a warrior in the poem. She's this fairy handmaiden. And then what? Well, then in 1901, the Hearst Syndicate runs this newspaper strip, Little Margie in Misty Magic Land, by Margaret Taylor Case. Margie has this sort of fairy companion named Promethea. So there's a coincidence about the name? How's this folklore? Yeah, but see, Little Margie ran until 1920. Now, during World War I, a popular story arose in the trenches about a warrior angel appearing to soldiers in need. She called herself Promethea. Half those guys had shell shock. Wait, it gets weirder. In 1924, this pulp magazine, Astonishing Stories, runs a series, Promethea, Warrior Queen of High Brazil. This Promethea rules a science fantasy lost continent. A woman called Grace Brannig does some great covers. Listen, where's all this going? Astonishing Stories folds, 1938. The publisher's bought out by a company who turned Promethea into a science hero comic. This guy, William Wolcott, writes it until 1970, when your late husband takes over. Meanwhile, there's all these urban legends about people meeting Promethea. Miss Bangs, look, I've been having second thoughts about this interview. It's late, and I'm suddenly real tired. If I was you, I'd drop the whole Promethea thing right now. It's a nothing idea, you know. Now, if you'll excuse me, huh? But my term paper. Listen, kid, you take my advice. You don't want to go looking for folklore. And you especially don't want folklore to come looking for you. I don't believe it. Just like that. Out in the cold. Alexandria, 411 AD. Father? Father, it's getting dark and I'm scared. Father, please don't be dead. Please, please, please. I don't know where to go. Whoa. Daddy, you said it'd be all right. I'm all on my own, Daddy. Please save me. You said there'd be gods. You said they'd look after me. You promised, Daddy. You promised. New York, 1999 AD. Ow! Haha! Sorry if we startled you there, young lady. Please don't be alarmed. This is purely routine. You may recognize us. We're New York's resident science heroes, the 5 Swell Guys. And we're just out on patrol, as usual. Kenneth here had one of his psychic flashes about you. You're not being menaced by strange, overwhelming forces by any chance. No. Well, I'm having a lot of problems with completing my term paper, but, that's all. So no extraterrestrial creatures bothering you. No government conspiracies, ancient demonic cults, nothing like that? This interview I was doing didn't work out, so I was headed over to St. Mark's Place to see this English band, The Limp. Kenneth, you've been a little off since your divorce. Heck, I felt so sure. Come on, Kenneth. You were sure that Betty wasn't sleeping with her aerobics instructor, too. We're sorry to have bothered you, miss. Good luck with your term paper. Oh, sure. No problem. Bye. Wow, 5 swell guys. Wait till I tell Stacia. She'll hemorrhage. And this shadow figure is crawling along after her. Hello? Hello. Oh God, Jesus, Mom, Buddha. What did I do? I haven't done anything. I'm a college student. All I ever did was read books. What did I do? What? Wrong books. What? Running. Jump. Catches her. Cat. Oh, I don't blaspheme. God dang it. You can fly. Can I? Hell. Whoa. Climb up beyond the bridge. You think I can hang on here all day? No, I mean, okay. I'm climbing. Come on, hurry. That Smee is going to be all over us. Please, I don't know what's happening. What's a Smee? Don't worry. I'm on it. Okay, you creepy son of a bitch. Come on, I dare you. No, don't. Fat sow. Ugh. And punches her fist right through him. Fat sow. Ooh, open you like a fish. Ow. Oh God, leave her alone. You'll kill her. No, he won't. Oh, yes, I will. Splish. He splatters on the front of this flying car. Wow, you killed it. The Smee? Don't be stupid. It's just winded. Come on, let's get out of here. Where are we going? Well, I don't know. Just somewhere we can hide up and delay the inevitable. Jeez, that thing cut me good. Ow. Ugh. There, that ought to do it. Okay. Maybe it won't find us for a while. I must be nuts getting into this at my age. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? Who am I? Well, that's a good one. I'm friggin' Promethea, you idiot. What? Alexandria, 411 AD. Don't be afraid. You were lost, but now you are found. Now everything is well. Are you one of my father's gods, come to keep me safe? No, I am 2 of your father's gods. I am Thoth Hermes, and I cannot keep you safe. Not in this present world. Thoth and Hermes are arguably the same god. They've been syncretized over time, and this is a deep conversation. If you look this up, you're gonna start to go down the rabbit hole and start to think about our shared human history and how far it goes back. And it's worth discovering. I've found it to be worth discovering. Our influence here is waning, our priests slain by those of the new god. A dark age is coming. Only in my world, the Immateria, can I protect you. And there you would no longer be a little girl. You'd be a story.
Would I still be alive? Would I be able to come back and visit this world?
You would live eternally, as stories do. As for coming back, well, sometimes if a story is very special, it can quite take people over. We'll see. Come along.
Is your world very far?
No, it is always in the place where you are standing. Tell me, child, what is your name?
Promethea.
Very deep conversation, right there. See, Promethea was a real little girl who lived in 5th century Roman Egypt. Her father was a Hermetic scholar, sort of like a magician. A Christian mob killed him. Not uncommon back then, but the gods intervened, taking his daughter into their world of myth and fiction, the Immateria. Promethea became a living story, growing up in the realm that all dreams and stories come from. Sometimes she'd wander into the imagination of mortals. Charlton Sennett, the poet, Margaret Case, the cartoonist, and Grace Brannig, the illustrator. Comic artist William Wolcott and writer Steve Shelley, they channeled Promethea. Some of them, taken over by this powerful living idea, even physically became Promethea, either them or loved ones that they projected her identity onto. Margaret Case, for example, became Promethea to help out in the trenches of World War I. During the 20s and 30s, Grace Brannig took over. See, anyone with imagination and enough enthusiasm for the character can bring her through from the Immateria by thinking themselves or others into the role. During the 1770s, Charlton Sennett's housemaid, Anna, became his dream lover, Promethea. Transformed by the poet's imagination, as he wrote a fairy romance for her. Steve Shelley did the same thing, only with his wife.
You're the woman I tried to interview. You're Barbara Shelley.
Kid, I pray to God you're not as dumb as you act. Yeah, I'm Barbara Shelley. Guess it's showing. Can't maintain the form, you know. See, it was my Steve had the imagination. He died, 91. Since then, Promethea's been getting more like me. Can't imagine her any different. You changed back. Boy, you're a sharp tack, ain't you? I can't believe whoever sent that Smee thinks you're the next Promethea. Me? Well, ain't it obvious? They must have sensed it soon as somebody even became interested in Promethea. I told you ought to drop it.
But I can't be Promethea.
We'd better hope otherwise. We maybe got half an hour before that Smee finds us. Do you write?
Well, essays and poetry and stuff, but
take this. Go find somewhere quiet and write about Promethea. A description, a poem, anything. And do it quick. A Smee is a semi-mindless elemental entity. It'll probably rape, kill, and disembowel us. Maybe even in that order. Oh, and try to relax. It's getting deeper, isn't it? Deeper and deeper we go. I am Promethea. See, she writes, her name was Promethea. Thou art, she crosses it out. I am Promethea. And take my name, from he bound to a rock and plagued by birds. In me burns his celestial stolen flame. I am the words made flesh, the flesh made words. I am Promethea, my father dead, martyred, his bones daubed red with heresy, by those who would turn gold back into lead, and sour a world by their sour alchemy. I am Promethea, the God-adopted one, reared in their immaterial hills and vales. My tale is in the world of substance spun, yet is my substance in the world of tales. I am Promethea, the child who stands between fixed earth and insubstantial air, a thought who yet treads matter's rain-swept strands, and mortals are the sandals that I wear. I am Promethea. From mind's pure light I stoop into earth's gloom, from fable's day descending into fact's cold, weighty night, From lyric atmospheres to mammal clay, I am Promethea, the rumored one, the mythic bow that reason strains to bend. I am the voice left once the book is done. Great writing. I am the dream that waking does not end. Ah! I told you I'd kill you. Where's the girl? You're wrong about her. Whoever's talking, she's not the one. She just doesn't have it. Leave her be. Not what I asked. Where is she? Ah, who sent you? Is it the temple? Is it Jack Faust or the Night Queen? Oh God, I'm telling you, the girl's not the one. She's some useless kid. She's nobody. I am Promethea, art's fiercest spark. I am all inspiration, all desire. Oh God, jeez. Imagination's blaze in mankind's dark. I am Promethea. I bring you fire! Oh, I'm too late then. Yes. Much too little. And much too late. He's dead, I think. Barbara, I must get you to a hospital. You were incredible. You were better than I ever was. Hell, you were better than Grace Brannick. You've lost a lot of blood. Don't try to talk. But I got so much I have to tell you. There's so much you need to know. You need to know about your predecessors, Margie Case and poor Bill Wolcott and the rest. You need to know your enemies. It was probably the temple sent that Smee. Then there's the Immateria. Hush, Barbara. There'll be time to tell me later, when you're well. Now that I'm back, I have all the time that there is in the world. Time. And the radiant heavenly city. Next, the judgment of Solomon. Now this is quite the write-up here, and it details the very true history of Promethea in literature. And it's really fascinating. Honestly, really fascinating. I would highly recommend checking it out. I'm not going to read it here because it's very lengthy. And I think sometimes you might have to read a line twice to really, figure out what's going on here. But Alan Moore has discovered a character. Oh, Tony Hawk, got milk? Oh, Blade, you get the VHS. It's also available on DVD if you have that new DVD player that those came out that year. Blade on VHS. I love it. Oh, Annie. There he is. So this is a very magical, quite literally, comic book. Alan Moore has found a character in literary history and brought it forward and contributed to it. And the story he's going to tell, I think, is going to be quite intriguing for me as a reader. Maybe not for all of you, but we are going to come back to Promethea because this is my jam. Unique, original, delving into our hidden history that so many modern men are completely oblivious to. That's a story for me, for sure. And I will share it with you as I go on that journey right here at Crypto Comics. Now, if you're looking for a story, whether it be filled with real history or fictional history, I would highly recommend any of the books from the Lost Library, including The Young Barbarians by yours truly. It's a fantasy story. There's The Gaslight Gang, Curse of the Grey Gargoyle. It's a historical fiction story mixed with thrills, chills, and spills about a gang of kids growing up at the dawn of the electrical age who uncover a very dangerous plot to take over their city. That's by Aldous H. Evergreen. And then there's also Destination Genesis, a story about two modern boys who travel back in time to biblical days, where they end up down a well with a young man named Joseph and then sold into slavery, where they have a whimsical adventure across the ancient city of Memphis. That is by Solomon T. Ashlar, all available right now from the Lost Library on Amazon.com. Check them out. Support Crypto Comics. Pick up that Young Barbarians in digital or print. It's all up to you. It all supports your boy. and helps encourage me to continue to make these totally awesome comic book reviews and read-throughs for all you beautiful people in Webtown. And that's it. That's the end of the year. We're coming back. I can't believe I'm saying this. We're coming back next year. Whole new season of Crypto Comics, featuring tons of deep dives. We got a deep dive into the back issue bins, and we're gonna start swimming through entire series. We're gonna go through entire runs. We got X-Men 2099 coming up. We got Out There, Crimson, Mystic from CrossGen, every single Ultraverse title from Malibu Comics. It's all here and more at Crypto Comics. So don't go anywhere.